Welcome. Today I wanted to share and touch on recent giants. Now we have a lot of legends and photographs and old buildings that I feel really prove that there were giants. But what about in recent times? That's kind of what I want to explore today. We're going to be going to Peru, and this is a film that was shot by Gladys Cordova, and I'll share her link below. She has a really great channel out of Peru where she uses what I believe is a Nikon P900 or something of that equivalence, something that allows her to zoom in really close to a distant mountain range. And a lot of anomalous things have happened in this mountain range, including some photographs of a couple of giants. And I'll show you those photographs. One is a photograph and one is a video first, and then I want to move on to the real video that I wanted to show you of this really interesting giant creature running across a mountain range in Peru. So let's get this started. We'll start off with Gladys's first video. I think that really kind of put her on the map. And what we see is these two figures that are kind of sitting in a sitting position, like a squat position. And suddenly the one on the left stands up, and he appears to be enormous. And we can tell this is kind of a popular mountain area to hike on, and Gladys does some research at one point and sends family members up there to have some kind of a gauge, especially with that pointy rock on the right there. That gives a good gauge. Most people stand just a little bit higher than that pointy rock. It's certainly not this high. I mean, this is almost a 10-foot person that we see here. And really interesting. Really interesting. And here we can see the comparisons with her family and friends that ended up going up there. And of course Peru is the site of many ancient, unexplained phenomenon. And so it's almost not surprising to me that such things would turn up. Now the next thing we're going to look at is actually the photograph that was taken long before Gladys Cordova ever made her video. In '82, a student took a picture of this rock not far from here, and the rock is several hundred feet, and hence this creature would have to be an absolute giant. And she didn't see it at the time, and you can see there's a lot of light, but it wasn't until she developed it that this was realized by her. So next we're going to look at the thing that I really wanted to show, but this was all kind of background leading up to it. So Gladys now was filming her mountain range behind her house, as she often does, when she saw this man. And this man, again, appears to just be huge compared to the mountain. And again, she sends family members up to have a point of reference. And this is very difficult to hike up or down. I mean, a person would not move this fast. This person is treating this like it's a hill, really moving at a fast speed compared to, again, what her family members were we're able to cover as far as distance and the speed of covering the distance. And this man is really, really interesting. He almost, the first few times I watched this, he appeared to almost be ghostly, to have kind of a glow. And the more I watched him, he reminded me of these characters that I'm about to show you right here real quick. And with his sash, and the sash is kind of high. And I don't know why, this is the kind, especially the guy on the left, this is the kind of guy I'm imagining that this is. This is kind of his clothing is kind of an old-fashioned style, and it seems like he's really moving fast. Really has a purpose of some sort, almost to where he's stumbling that way. I mean, he could walk more carefully if he wanted to, but he's on a mission. And really amazing that Gladys caught this footage. Again, I encourage you to watch her channel and follow up and watch more of these videos, and watch the full video of this one in particular that she calls Strange Hombre. And here you can see he's reaching his destination now, and he's very cautious, very, very cautious about going around this point in the mountain. Really studying or listening. He's very apprehensive. You see him peeking around and waiting. And there are so many anomalous things that she films. She really, and I don't know, there's more than any one person could analyze with her footage. Really interesting things going on. But this man is not your ordinary man. And it's really interesting. And the next thing that I want to show after this footage is one of the many, many things that Gladys films. But it appears as if, here you can see her family members, but it appears as if this particular creature, or man or human, or I'm not sure what he is, as ghostly as he seems. But now I want to show you another piece of footage that Gladys filmed with, I don't even know what to call them. I mean, they look like sheets of paper or plastic, but yet they move intelligently along the same mountain that Gladys is always filming. And it's almost as if to disguise themselves, these entities have taken the form of just some trash floating around. But I've watched a lot of this footage, and it's as if they're looking for something. And this trash, you know, if the wind was blowing in one general direction, it would just, these wouldn't stay here very long, and yet they do. They move down, they move up, sideways, peering into different crevices. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're the size of, I don't know. I mean, it appears that some of them might be the size of many bed sheets. And again, it seems as if they're looking for something. Now, Gladys has also filmed shining lights, like instead of moving around like paper, they move around like lights, or what we might call orbs. And she has actually been able to communicate with them in several of her videos. When she asks a question, they'll flash back, and really, as much as one could communicate with flashing lights, it seems as if these things are very intelligent and can take different forms. And it always seems as if it's kind of a hustle and bustle, as if there's an agenda. We can also see in other of her videos where birds, big birds, I don't know, maybe condors or something of that nature, will come shooting over this hillside. I'm not sure if there's an ocean behind this hillside. I almost feel as if there is. But these condors will come and actually attack these creatures and try to snatch them away. It's really interesting. And I actually, on a strange, well, it couldn't be any stranger than this, but I saw one of these actually at my work. And I pointed it out to two coworkers, and we watched one of these, what seemed like intelligent pieces of plasticky paper float over our heads. And if I hadn't seen Gladys's video, I might not have thought anything about it, but it sure was fascinating. And once again, I encourage you to watch her videos. I'll leave the link below. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Have a blessed day.